Hey everybody, and welcome to Embrace Life Coaching and Fitness. It's me, Spring, Spring Whipple, and thank you so much for tuning in today, for joining. I just wanted to first say, other than thank you, because I'm very, very grateful that you're taking time out of your busy schedule and to come in and check in and see what we're doing over here. But also, if you've got questions as we go through, please write those down. And then, when you're done watching the video, send those over to me so that I can get these answered for you. It's very important for me to make sure that your questions get answered. But let's go ahead and get going on this. Okay. So today's video has to do with creating the life that you want. Okay. And when I say that, I want to think of like where you are in your life right now. Okay. Do you have everything it is that you desire, that you want, that you think that you need? What do you have? Look around, look at the people who are in your life, look at your relationships, your finances, look at your job. Just look at everything that's in your life and decide, is this really what I want? Is this what I deserve? Or do I deserve more? Chances are you probably deserve more. Reason I say that with pretty good certainty is because the majority of us, we tend to not go after everything that we're capable of going after. So we do end up settling to some degree. Now, granted, there are some people who I know who are huge overachievers, and they have a lot of great things happening in their life. They have a lot of they're going places, they're seeing things, they're doing stuff, they have stuff. And you know what? The reality is that those people are doing things a little bit different daily than somebody who is like super, super struggling. They just can't get things to go right. Everything is always wrong. They can't find anything in their life at all to be grateful for. That's a problem right there. I was talking to someone a couple of years ago, and this still is so ingrained in my memory, because when I was talking to them about, their goals and dreams and things like that, and they had a really negative attitude about life and about how it doesn't matter anything that they go after. It doesn't matter because somebody's going to take it away from them, or somebody in their life doesn't want them to have what they want. That kind of a mentality, that stinking thinking, right? The stinking thinking. I think it was Zig Ziglar that says, you need to do a checkup from the neck up. I think that's what he said. Pretty sure it was Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn? Gosh, I can't believe I'm mixing them up. But anyway, you need to get your head on straight. So if your life is one of misery, is one of dread, and you get up and you can't stand the fact, you're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to make some changes. For me, a lot of what I found that I needed to do was to upgrade my social circle. And that's what happens as you go through life. If you grow, if you have dreams and ambitions and all this stuff, you're going to upgrade your social circle. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can still keep your old friends as your friends. But if they're not going for stuff, if they don't have those dreams and whatever, keep them as friends. That's fantastic. But you're going to be hanging out with other people who are doing more and seeing more, contributing and doing all this other stuff. Because that otherwise you're going to be stuck down. And I think it was Tony Robbins. In fact, I know it was Tony Robbins when I went to the Unleash Your Power Within back in 2013, where I got to do the fire walk right behind Diamond Dallas Page. I would do it, but my hands are full. My other hand's full. I would do the diamond cutter. Bang! I would do that, but my hand's full. So I did. I got to do the fire walk right next to Diamond Dallas Page. Super freaking cool. Hopefully you know who that is. If you don't, you're going to have to look it up. Really nice guy. Anyway, but Tony Robbins said, if you're hanging around people who have lower standards than you, and this is standards are everywhere, right? They're in your morals, your values, your finances, your job, all these kind of things. These are your standards. But if you're hanging around people who have lower standards than you, what's going to be easier? Is it going to be easier for you to influence them to step up and work hard and do all this other stuff? Or after time, is it going to like wear you down where you're going to like downgrade your standards and start doing some of that slacky stuff? You're going to start doing slacky stuff. So you need to upgrade your social circle. A lot of my friends, I'm so proud to say, are just amazing individuals. They're doing such phenomenal things. They're contributing to society. They're working on themselves every day. They're learning every day. They're sharing what they're learning every day. They're just doing some really great stuff. And I'm so proud to have those kind of people as my friends, because that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. I don't think that you should ever stop learning. You should ever stop growing. It should be an everyday thing. There's always something that I can improve on. There's always something that I can be better at. And I put myself intentionally around people who are also in that state of mind, who also have those standards for themselves. That's why I got involved with this accountability group that, we meet every Sunday to, go through and say, okay, these are what you said you were going to do this past week. You better have done those, or at least gave it a darn good shot at getting them, because obviously sometimes things happen that are out of your control. But for the most part, if you're saying that, you're going to do an hour of reading, which is my goal every day, and just dedicate an hour of reading, then if you can't find that hour of reading, why? What happened that prevented that? What was that? I'm also learning marketing. That's my thing right now too, is and in my accountability group, I was saying how I'm just not good at marketing yet. And so I dedicate, some time to learning marketing, which is what I did yesterday. I had an hour of marketing training with Brendan Burchard where it was about doing a podcast. So yes, the secret's out. I'm going to be having my podcast that's going to be starting on the November the 11th, 22. I love the numbers, 1122. If you're into numerology, look that up. It's going to be a great podcast. I'm very, very excited for it. So I hope that you tune in and share it with your friends and families and followers and blah, 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 because it's going to be really cool. But yeah, so what I was saying is get yourself intentionally around people who are big thinkers. Not somebody who their life is, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm really not, because some people are just happy with what they have, and that's fantastic. But there should be more to life than getting up and going to a job that you can't stand, stopping off on the way home, getting some fast food that's full of high sodium and sugars, and because that's really bad for you mentally and physically, those kind of foods, and then coming home and spending 5 hours playing a video game. And then, okay, well, I'm tired, so I'm going to go to sleep, going to wake up, and do it all over the next day. And then come the weekend, you have some time off, so what do? You get up, you make some sugar-loaded cereal with hormone-induced cow milk, none of which you need, or is good for you, for that matter. And you sit in front of the TV and you watch cartoons for half the day, and then you decide you're tired of watching cartoons. So while you're watching your Netflix series, you're scrolling through social media, which is also very bad for you for a variety of reasons. Psychologically, it's really bad for you because it's all about how, these people are paid billions of dollars to try to get you to stay on social media, to get you to stay scrolling and make these decisions. And every time you make a decision, whether it's I like it, I'm going to comment on it, or I'm going to share it, decision, you're wearing out your decision energy in your brain. So by the time a couple hours have gone by, you're not going to be making such great decisions anymore because you've already burned all that out. But I'm just saying, as far as like getting around people, what kind of a life are those people going to have in 5 years if this is their activity that they're doing every day? Do you see any progress here? Do you see any reason why they should be promoted at their job? Do you see any reason that they should get a raise? Do you see anything that they're contributing to society? Okay. You want to be around people who are doing bigger things, who are putting more stuff out there, who are taking risks, who are challenging themselves. And doing that, and also learning every day and doing those things, those are what are going to improve your life. You're going to, have more emotional intelligence. You're going to be obviously have more knowledge come in. You will have a better perspective. You'll be able to make better decisions. Things like this. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Make sure they're drinking enough water. Making sure you're getting enough nutrition. Stay away from the high sugars. Stay away from the bad sodium. Eat whole foods, healthy foods. Stay away from stuff that's in the plastic containers, all that processed garbage. I don't know if you saw the video about the McRib. Nasty. If you haven't seen the video about the McRib, nasty. Go find it on YouTube. You'll see. Stay away from fast food, stuff like that. Okay? Anyway, so this is my really quick video because intentionally get yourself around other people. Keep learning, keep growing, keep dreaming. Journal, 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 journal. Very important that you journal gratitude. I learned today that it's very important to do the gratitude just before you go to sleep, because then as you're sleeping, it stays on your brain. And, as you go to sleep, it's there. And then when you wake up in the morning, you have already a different sense of everything, because when you went to bed, just before you went to bed, you did your gratitude stuff. And so that is just my video today. It is real quick because I had a lot of things that had just popped up. I've got some things to do. Still got a blog to make for the website. So watch that, because that's going to be really big. A little bit more in depth of what this was, but bigger. So watch for that blog post. And then also watch for the podcast. Watch for the podcast, November 11th, 2022, 111122. Bye, guys.